What made you decide to pursue an opinion column in the Hoya?
Sure. I mean, I have a very specific kind of niche that I'm talking about here,
Uh-huh.
but really specifically, writing a column gives you an opportunity to really get out and express, your own opinion. The editorial board, they do the entire papers, but if you write a column, you can kind of just do your own thing.
Yeah.
And I think that it gives you an opportunity to have a lot of freedom to write about what you really want to write about, what you're really passionate about. And in my case, that's students' rights.
What exactly drives that passion of student rights? What makes you?
I get that question sometimes, like, what makes you so passionate
Yeah.
about students' rights? And I think it's kind of funny because I feel like it's something that we should all be very passionate about. I mean, it affects everyone, whether you're a senior like me or all the way down to a freshman, if not more so as a freshman, given some other legal restrictions. But
Yeah, right.
it also affects, faculty, it affects the administration, it even affects the neighborhood. And
Certainly.
people don't realize that, like, the smallest policy change that the administration does or the smallest action that a student does, it can have a huge ripple effect within our entire community.
What type of suggestions do you have for Georgetown students to protect their rights and make it be known when their rights are being violated?
This semester I'm starting a group called Georgetown University Students' Rights Initiative. I actually got a scholarship from the Corp Coca-Cola last year to try and start it up. I'm actually about halfway done writing a guide to the Student Code of Conduct that would help students basically get through the appeals process, get through any interactions they have with administrators about things.
Great.
I personally come from I know this is not going to reflect well, but I've lived with a group of people that have, from time to time had, interactions with the administration.
Right.
And
disciplinary issues.
I mean, I don't want to go that far, but
Okay.
they've been effective. I've been there for disciplinary issues. I've also been brought in to talk to the administration when they were looking for suggestions, when they were looking to people who could perhaps influence, the way things were going. And I think a lot of people are just unfamiliar with how to do that.
Right.
And unfamiliar with, the process that it takes.
Right.
But I think that, again, if we come together, if we show, if I could say I have 1,000 people backing some petition to, say, get rid of some new alcohol policy or perhaps change the way that the students have to deal with their landlords, etc., that we could really show the administration that we, the students, have a position that they need to consider rather than just them considering what the neighborhood wants to do or what is better for, the long-term success of the university with not considering the students.
Right. What are some of the processes and habits you have as a writer?
Every day I feel like either me or you or someone that we know is probably under threat from some problem like this at the university. And any time that I can hear about it and then maybe turn it into a more positive message and a message for change, I can write that pretty easily because it's something that's passionate to me.